Hey, thank you for joining me. This is Steve, and tonight we're going over some lost boxes. Kind of trying to get some inspiration from mine because I've got my first Pokemon League event coming up Saturday. Small local event. It's the first one that I actually try, and pretty excited about it. I'm going to be playing my lost box. Let's move this down here. I'll bet the audio is a little bit better now. So, we're going to be playing Lost Box, and I wanted to study some of the other Lost Boxes that were out there. So this is the Pedro Torres Lost Box here, placed 4th at EUIC 2023. Now, for me, it's pretty standard. You got Comfey, Cramorant, Sableye, that's your basics, and then you get to Radiant Charizard, and it's a late game Lost Box deck because Radiant Charizard only needs 1 fire energy to use Combustion Blast, but then it can't attack next turn. So if you get down to say 2 prize cards and you throw 2 energy on Radiant Charizard, you're doing 250, which knocks out just about anything, right? So pretty good. That's a good comeback card in there. 1 Drapion for the Mew. Pidgeot. Now, I've never seen Pidgeot V in a Lost Box until now. I've never used Pidgeot. This Pidgeot is Vanishing Wings. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may shuffle it and all attached cards into your deck. Okay. If you have Stadium play, this attack does 80 more damage. Okay. So if it gets hurt, you could swap it to the bench and then shuffle it into your deck. That's interesting. Okay. It's kind of a stall card. I've seen it in some controlled decks. I was watching Zapdos DCG play with the Snorlax Collapse control deck, which was pretty neat. He won like 3 games with that thing. I don't like mill decks because I really don't think anyone opens up Pokemon the trading card game and says, hey man, I hope I get to play a stall deck. It's just not fun. But it's effective, right? That particular Snorlax deck I think made it to the top 100. I think it was close. If it didn't make it, it was close. But this card to me is interesting. Again, Mawile, Tempting Trap. During your opponent's next turn, defending Pokemon can't retreat during your next turn. Defending Pokemon takes 90 more damage from attacks. So that doesn't necessarily mean Mawile's attacks. Means maybe anybody's attacks. So it could be a nice setup card. Still, it's another trap card. Sort of like the Snorlax that I was just talking about. I mean, it's in there. Except you have to have energy attached to it, and it doesn't have as much HP as Snorlax does. Right? Still, I don't know if I like this deck that much to try to use it this weekend. Miltank, Miracle Body, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon again. That's another one of those specialized kind of trap cards. Anybody that's running all these, for instance, cannot hurt Miltank unless they have an attack like Duraludon on VMAX that gets around that special ability. I think the Mew Genesect deck has that as well. I think there's I think Max Miracle maybe isn't affected by the abilities of other Pokemon, I believe. Hawlucha does 10 damage to bench Pokemon. Yeah, I mean that could. There's times where that could come in handy. And then Manaphy, of course, is there for bench protection. That's all that is. So those are interesting. I like the Pidgeot. I do. It's got a good mechanic on it. And who knows? I mean, I might have to try a stall deck. We'll see. With a lot of people coming in from out of town, it's kind of hard to know what they're going to be playing. Right now in the meta, you can see it's a lot of Lost Box. Arceus is in there still with some new tricks. I saw an Arceus Regidrago build. You got Lugia. You got the Lugia deck out there using single strike now. You still have Mew Genesect. Then you've got Miraidon coming up. There's just a few, and then there's your other decks that somebody could just decide to build and play with. I've seen a Spidops build that was very interesting. They used retreat cost to increase its attack, and once it got set up, it was very hard to stop. I'm pretty sure I lost that match actually, but it's hard to say what they're going to be playing. What I wanted to look at, I like my Pokemon choices in the deck I already have. What I wanted to see were the supporter cards. So of course you have Colossus Experiment, right? He's in there. That's a basic. You got 3 copies of Clara, 2 Boss's Orders, 1 Raihan, 1 Roxanne. You don't see a whole lot of Roxanne in the Lost Zone boxes because it's Lost box, because it's building up your hand, and you don't really want to put it back once you have it all in there. The 4 Battle VIP Pass, 4 Nest Ball, 4 Escape Rope, 4 Switch Cart. There's no evolutions in this deck, so Switch Cart's perfect. Pokegear for 3, so you can search for your supporter cards. Fog Crystal can help you find your Comfey and your Sableye and your Mawile and Psychic Energy. They're only running 4 Psychic Energy though, and 2 Fire. So 6 energy total. 6 energy. That's tough. I'll have to see what kind of energy the other decks had. Getting back up here to the cards, we've got Fog Crystal, Lost Vacuum. Lost Vacuum's good for a few things. Heavy Ball to get into prizes. Echoing Horn, put a basic Pokemon from the opponent's discard pile onto their bench. You can pack their bench, boss something up and knock it out. 4 Soul Stone, help you search for anything, and then 3 copies of Beach Court. Gives you free retreat on most of these Pokemon. I think Miltank, yeah, Miltank needs 2, Drapion needs 2, and Charizard needs 3, I believe. Yep. Those guys get a little bit of help. The rest of this is just single energy retreat. So not a bad deck, but for me, I don't know if it's really up to my playing style. I don't know if I would want to try that one. And then let me take a look and see what's happening here in the Aiden Kus deck. Let's see, that was number 5, and that was a Lost Box Gudra. 11 energy this time. Okay. It's 3 copies of Gudra V-Star and Gudra V. And Gudra is tough. It takes 80 less damage. You got the heal factor on there with Moisture Star, V-Star power. Even the other Gudra V, Rolling Shell does 140 for 30 less damage. That's not too bad. Slip and Trip is kind of like Boss's Orders, but they get to choose, so it's more like Escape Rope. Let's see, 4 Comfey, 2 Drapion. Must have been worried about Mew and the Gardevoir deck. That's one of the other decks in meta. I couldn't think of that one. It was the Gardevoir. Gardevoir's tough, unless you start knocking out the Ralts, and then it's not so bad. You got Cramorant, Radiant Greninja. Okay, draw support. So that's a little better. I would like that lineup more, and I see why they need the 11 energy in there. 6 water, 5 steel. And Radiant Greninja is good in mirror matches. You can do bench damage. Radiant Greninja, you got to discard that energy, but that's what the energy recycler is there for. See that right here in the trainer cards. So let's see, you got Chorus's Experiment, Boss's Orders, Melanie's cool. but can only attach to these. So you got to be careful with that. But it does let you grab a water energy, maybe accelerate some of that energy, even if you don't have a Mirage Gate or something like that. If you can spread it around. Let's see. So you got to be able to pull that Gudra. Let's see. With Retaliate, and you got your 3 steel energy there, or 3 of any kind of 2 steel energy, and 1 of any kind of energy there. You can retaliate and do 220 after something gets knocked out. I've seen that in a few Lost Box single prize decks. I like it as an option. So maybe we could put that in there instead of 2 Drapion. I feel like 2 Drapion might be overkill, but you know, hey, got 5th at 2023 EUIC results, so those results kind of speak for themselves. So pretty good. Let's take a look at Aiden Goose's stuff again. Let's see, there's Beach Court, Pokegear, Energy Recycler, Ultra Ball. So, not bad. Not bad. Let's see. Right now, I have to try to find mine. See if I can find it. Let's go back. That's the Limitless TCG Champion deck. Giratina. New deck. I really should start naming these a little bit better. Let's see. I want to say this was one that I was playing with. It's got the Hawlucha in it that I was looking at. It's missing Drapion though. Definitely got to run with the Drapion if this is the deck we're gonna use, because it's so useful against Mew. Unless they play Lost City and knock it out. Maybe that's why they have 2 Drapions in their deck. Let's see. Got 13 Pokemon, 37 trainers, and 10 energy. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 4. Okay. Got to change this thing up. We're gonna have to add and take away. I like Hawlucha, but he only hits on the bench. I really don't want to play Solrock Lunatone at my first event. Might be fun though. See, here's the Snorlax that I was using, was the one with Unfaced Fat and Thumping Snore. Single prizer, can do 180 with 3 energy. You put a wind up arm on this guy and he can keep on hitting even when he's out asleep. He can still attack. It's fun times. Choice belt, he can do 210. So you're talking about doing 220, 180, 2 Sableye, spreading damage around, Radiant Charizard for that late game. I was trying to play with this one. I think this was based on the championship, I think, in Japan. Let me double check something. Let's take a look. Boom, boom. Close. Let's go up here. We'll go to major events. I don't think it has it on here because that was not a big event. There's Lost Zone there. Scoop up now. Yeah. Can't use that anymore. Let's take a look. OCIC, Melbourne, Australia. I think that had Lost Box won that. That had a Rangaroo in it and 4 Scoop Up Ned. That 2023 OCIC? I thought that was. Huh. I didn't think that was. I thought that was. Okay. That's the Oceania Championship. Okay, so that means this was the first major event with Scarlet and Violet. Okay. Arcturoludon with the Vulpix V-Star. Alolan Vulpix V-Star. So, we've got that. I thought I based this deck off of one of the... Let me see if I can find something here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's take a look here. I think Limitless TCG. Yeah, Limitless TCG has some of the smaller tournaments on here. And it was a... There's Portland, regional. That's Portland. Let's see. Tournaments. I'm looking for one of the early Japanese tournaments. Champions League. Yeah, there it is. Champions League with Shizuyu Yamamoto's deck. There it is. That's the one that I actually had everything for that we built. This guy. Yeah, Comfy, Sableye, Cramorant, Radiant Greninja, Snorlax, Zamazenta, Raikou, Drapion, Manaphy. Yeah. And this was one of the first major Japanese tournaments that saw the new format with Scarlet and Violet. And it did really well with 2 beach courts, Sky Steel Stone. Got Temple of Sinnoh in there, which I've seen Temple of Sinnoh more. I think I'm going to go Temple of Sinnoh because it'll change all that special energy into just colorless energy, which can really shut down some Pokemon like some Mew, some of the other decks like Lugia that use a lot of special energy. Even Arceus sometimes with the double turbo turns that into a single, so they can't do something. Adds a little bit of control, but yeah, that's sort of our deck. I've actually got to go check it out. I've been playing around with Gardevoir 2 and playing a little bit of Lunatone and Mewtwo. I made a condensed version of this same thing. I was going to try to run it and see how it went. This is not the deck that I'm going to be playing at the tournament, but it is the deck that I'm going to be playing right now at ranked. Let's see what I can do here with it. Make sure I've got a window. And there we go. Let's see what happens here. Oh, they've got that London coin. It's pretty cool. Do I want to go first? No, I normally don't go first, though. I don't want to go first. Over 9,000. Oh, man. Okay. That is our option. Miraidon. That is not a way to start this. Magnezone, okay. Wow. That's the problem with this deck. It is so fast. And I did not get the right setup here. Let's see if I've got anything. I got my Lunatone. We're going to be playing Lunatone. You know what? Just to get it out of our hand, we're going to do that. And, I really just want to play Professor's Research. I should have done that. I should have just done Professor's Research. Still can. We're gonna move. I've got a bunch of Rhyhorns in here. We need to get. Are you kidding me? 1, 2. I got one of the Mewtwo pieces is prized. Dang. Dang. We got a boss. No, we're just gonna be done. Continue. No, we're gonna be done. We're gonna put that guy on the board. We're gonna hit Sun Energy. Probably not gonna need a bunch of escape ropes this time. I am gonna just go ahead and play that. Like, what's up? You know? Put 2 of those on there. I got Path. Path doesn't do me any good though. Like, Magazone's already set up to hit it. This attack also does 30 damage to 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. Let's just end the turn. This went from bad to worse. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, they're going to attach that energy. Regieleki VMAX. Free retreat, by the way. I think this is just all Magnezone. I don't think there's a Miraidon in here. What did we get? What did we gain? This attack does 90 damage to your opponents. Oh. Good thing I got a rescue carrier. Cool, man. Definitely don't want to judge or anything. It did just take 2 prize cards rather easily, though. Not good. Choice belt. Those are V-stars. The choice belt's not going to do very well. You are missing a piece, dude. Does me no good. Done. 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 Okay. This doesn't do me any good. I'm gonna grab another one. That was a V-star ability. I'll use one of those. Search your deck. 180. Okay. Path. Can go here. Or can we do Sun Energy? 1. Sun Energy 2. I really need more cards. If I judge, I give him 2 more cards though. I get 2 more cards though. So, attach choice belt. Don't feel good about judging, but this is what we're gonna do. Pulled another Soul Rock though, so how much energy do I have? 1 more. I'll have another once I get through with that. So let's end our turn. Let's see what happens here. We got Path set up, so that kind of turns off Regieleki's ability. We did, however, give them energy. Nest Ball. What are we looking for? Though they do have Miraidon. Okay, so I was kind of worried there. I called it. I called it in the beginning. They had the Miraidon, but they just weren't playing it. They didn't have to, really. They had Magnezone out. They had Regieleki out. Nest Ball. Searching for Raikou. The path to the peak. That's the only way they're going to fill their bench. Because they can't use the Miraidon ability. Charging up Regieleki VMAX, which is going to be really, really hard for me to knock out. 310 is very hard for this deck to overcome. So I've got to focus on the Raikou, the Regieleki, the Miraidon, the unevolved stuff. And guess who tossed all of their escape ropes, probably? Yeah, this guy. Let's take a look. I got two escape ropes. I guess I put Boss's Order back. I know. Yep. So we can swing for 150. Go here. Here. Got a rescue carrier, but it doesn't really help me much. I'm already three prizes deep. 150. We are not coming back, but we are also not going to concede. We're going to play this through. We're going to see what happens. I mean, we know what's going to happen, but we're not going to quit. Path to the Peak really does a good job on this deck, though. No energy. How sad. Gear 3. What are we looking for? Arven. Okay. We'll play that. We'll probably look for another Electro Generator. Put those out of Forest Seal Stone. Ultra Ball. Electro Generator. So, you know, they've got one more of those in there. Drapion. Okay. They've only got one energy in this discard pile. Three, 6, 7. Can't use Forest Seal Stone right now. Knew that was gonna happen. We were ready for that. We were ready to say goodbye to this Lunatone. They recovered 2 item cards. Okay, they get to choose. Search deck for 2 item cards. Put them in. No, okay. Well, there we go. And there it is. We're gonna rescue Carrier, and we're gonna save our Lunatone, put him back on the bench. We're gonna go here and here. We can already get knockout. No point in putting extra energy on that guy when we can just put it on our benched guy. So we're gonna go 1, 2, and load up our third energy here. Boom. Knockout. They can put an energy on that Miraidon, I believe. Experience share. Yeah, that's experience share up there. Yeah. 1 and 2. Let's go. Do something good. Yeah. No. So the game was already off to a bad start when we prized part of our Mewtwo V Union. We might be able to take 2 more prize cards. Maybe. You can say Nighty Night to Lunatone. Wait a sec. What was that? Electric Generator didn't work? Oh, Energy Recycler. Yep. They just put 4 more energy back in their deck using the escape rope. I mean, sure, buddy. Bringing in Regieleki VMAX. Regieleki VMAX, just do it. 310. It's got the attack. Yeah, buddy. I know it's coming. It's okay. Let's Let's see, what do we have? What does that do? During next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. That's 3 prize cards. I can't do anything about it. Terrible. Oh, that's man. It's just driving the knife deeper. That's just terrible. How much energy do we have? 3? So we don't technically need to play another Soul Rock to the bench. We're going to load this guy up, though. It would have been nice to get a Boss's Order to maybe knock out the Raikou Magnet. Any of those would be within... Yeah, any of those would be within knockout right now. What's sad is with a Raihan and another energy in this discard pile, we could have knocked out this guy. One shot. That would have been fun. 3 prize cards, but for now, we flail about. We do 240 respectfully, and that's knockout. End game. If you don't prize the Mewtwo V Union card, this goes a little bit better. That's just mean. Just knock him out. Why you gotta change him out? Yep. Yep, that's only half the battle. You're right. So that was my simpler version of my Lunatone Soul Rock deck that I'd used to kind of play around with. A lot of fun. Hopefully this weekend's going to be a lot of fun too. Playing a Lost Zone, Lost Box, playing Turbo Lost Box. So it's going to be Dragonite with the Forest Seal Stone, Drapion, a few tech cards. It should be a lot of fun, and yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes. We're gonna do another video hopefully this week, looking at Wednesday, and I will see y'all then. Thanks, and